Hello Key Stage 3 Mabels. For those of you that don't remember, I'm Mr. Kempin and I am the Key Stage 3 Assistant Mabel Coordinator. So I will be running some challenge activities for you during this lockdown like I done last year. And they're little activities designed to keep you thinking, to help your brain tick over and to challenge you in ways that you wouldn't normally experience in your normal lessons. So I'm going to do this first one via a talking head video of myself. I think you're probably bored to death of PowerPoints and worksheets by now, but I thought something a little bit different for you. This activity won't require much for you to do, just a bit of thinking and obviously watching and listening to me talk and see me on the screen. I know many of you are missing people like me, so yay for you. So today I want to talk to you about personal philosophies, and this is something that I do hold quite dear to my heart. It's something that I think is quite important and quite powerful. So what's a philosophy? Now you might have heard the term philosophy banded around and some big deep thinking exercise. How does the world work? What is time? We're not looking at anything like that. Personal philosophies is your own personal way of thinking, how you approach a situation in life and the sort of things that go through your head that govern your thought processes. Don't get philosophies confused with ideologies. An ideology is a system of beliefs. Things like religious ideology, political ideology, it's a set of strict structures that you function around and they inform your decision making process. Such as this must happen, that must happen, this is the best, this is the best. Philosophies are very, very different. It's less of a this must happen, it's more of a okay, what should I do now? Why should I do that? And if you have a set of decent philosophies in place, and everyone's philosophies will be their own, it helps you at the very least understand why you do what you do. Now, personal philosophies are very much that, personal. They're personal to the individual and they vary from everyone. No two people will have the same personal philosophies. It's always nice to be able to sit down and think about what is your philosophies for life. What sort of governs your thought processes and what helps sort of influence you. And the more you know about this, I think the better. And it's kind of that also links into my personal philosophies. So I've got 3 personal philosophies I want to share with you today. And they might sound a little bit corny, but these are things that I do genuinely believe. So the first one is mistakes are lessons that have not been learned. And I'll come back and explain that one in a minute. The second one is self-knowledge and awareness. And again, that sounds very broad, I know. And the third is self-improvement. So the first one, mistakes are lessons that have not been learned. This is something that I've figured out through trial and error and figured out the hard way. A mistake is only a mistake if you don't learn from it. If you walk into a door and you learn, ouch, there's a door there, and you don't walk into that door again, you've learnt a lesson. It wasn't a mistake walking into that door. Yes, it hurt. Yes, you didn't want to do it, but you've learnt from it. If you walk into a door and think, wow, there's a door there, and then the next day you walk into that door again, and the next day you walk into that door again, you're not learning anything. And then you are making mistakes. And I know that I'm using the analogy of walking into a door, but it applies to anything and everything. Whether you're doing a bit of work in English and you're making the same mistake over and over again, why are you making that same mistake over and over again? Why is the teacher saying, you've done this again? You're not learning from it. And it's easy for me to say you're not learning from it, but think to yourself, well, why aren't I learning from that? Why do I keep making the same mistake? So when I think about mistakes or lessons that have not been learned, you've got to think to yourself, oh, hold on a minute. Why did that happen? Let's actually look at the situation here. What can I learn from that? And it's about trying to learn something from everything. Not everything in life is a lesson, but you can learn a lot from a lot of life and a lot of aspects of life. So that's one of my philosophies. The other is self-knowledge and self-awareness, and this is something I do think quite passionately about. The better you know yourself and the better you understand yourself, the more self-control you can have. And self-control is a really valuable thing. Being able to understand your emotions, understand your thought processes, understand what triggers you, it's so powerful. And just the ability to reflect upon that, because you can't always control it. You can't always control your emotions, you can't always control your thought processes, but reflecting on things after they've happened so that you can react a little bit better or a little bit differently in the future. And this could be you've been in having a conversation with someone, and at the end of the conversation something's not right, and when you think back on the conversation you think, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And the next time around you can think, okay, well, I won't say that sort of thing in the future, or I'll reword it so I wasn't misinterpreted and that person understands what I meant. And again, this links back to lessons being learned. It's self-knowledge and awareness, but a lot of it is reflection and self-reflection. And I do this every day. And I had an awkward situation a few days ago, and at the time I thought nothing of it, it was fine, but as the day went on it sort of built up in my mind, and it really done a number on me, and by the end of the day I was quite angry and I was quite worked up. And before I knew it, the reason I was angry was not the situation. I was angry for getting angry. I was angry at myself because I let it get to me, because I know better. And again, no one is perfect, and this is not oh, here's the solution. There is no simple solution. It's just the better you know yourself. And the better you do know yourself, and the better you know what things affect you, how they affect you, and how to respond to a situation, the better prepared you'll be for situations in life. And the big things for you in the future will be things like failing exams. If you get a grade that you're not happy with, how are you going to respond? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to be the sort of person that goes, okay, well, you know what, I want it better than that. Where did I go wrong? What do I do next time? How do I improve? Or are you going to be the person that doesn't know how to respond to that, doesn't know how to react? And then you've got to think, what do I do? So I'm trying to give you one of these tools now to help you sort of think, okay, how do I approach this? And yeah, we're always going to have situations where we react wrong. Everyone reacts wrong at some point. But understanding how and why we react the way we do is so important, as far as I'm concerned. My third one is self-improvement. And that's just because I'm always trying to do something better. I'm always trying to be better at something else. I know I'm never going to be the best at a lot of things. Most things I will never be the best person at that I know. But I still like to do the best job I can at doing something. I still like to get better at everything I do. I'm a DT teacher. I'm always making things, and I'm always redesigning things and redesigning it and redesigning it. And that's part of the self-improvement. I learn a new technique, I try and implement it, I get better at it. And I do this through all aspects of my life. It's not often that I have to ask for IT support, because generally I'm the person people go to for IT support. But when I do, I freely acknowledge that there are people who are a lot better at it than me. I'm regularly talking to Mr. Fox and Miss McDowell about how to do things. I go see the IT technicians for support with that. And I hold my hands up. They know more than me. It's their job, they're experts at it. But I try and learn from them. I don't just go, oh, well, you know it, you can do it. I try and learn as much as I can so that I can be a bit more self-sufficient. And that is one of my character flaws. I don't like relying on people. I like to be very self-sufficient. I like to be the person that does everything. I know that's a character flaw of mine. And I know that because I've got a lot of self-knowledge. I've had the experiences in life where I'm very aware of who I am. And I'm okay with that, really. I know it's a flaw, but I kind of embrace it. Because I like to get better at things. I like to be the best I can at something. Maybe not the best in the world, but the best I can be. So these are some of my personal philosophies. I've got loads more, and I don't want to bore you to death with them. I'm going on for over 10 minutes already. So, my challenge for you. Just spend 10-15 minutes, have a think about what your personal philosophies are. What makes you tick? Why do you think the way you do? What governs your thought processes? And I don't want an essay from you. I don't want some long convoluted answer. Just send me a message on this assignment with one of your personal philosophies if you feel comfortable doing so. Okay, that's all I'm asking. I'm asking you to have a think. You haven't got to share it with me at all. You haven't got to do anything. You can just press the green tick and say, "Sir, I've watched your video." Yeah. But have a think. It's the sort of thing that it will make you think. And when you do start thinking about it, it might hurt your head a little bit, but it'll be worth it. Side note for you. I'm going to be trying to run one of these challenges once a week. I'll try and avoid the talking heads every week. I know you don't always want to see my face. But if you've got anything that you'd like me to do, any sort of activities that you're interested in, any subject matter you want to cover, let me know. Send me a message on Frog on here and I'll see what I can arrange. I can't make any promises, but I will try to do something. I'll try and do something very different next week if I can. So yeah. And if you do need anything, any support outside of your lessons, if you've got any worries about anything, I'm another point of contact for you. So don't forget, you can send me a message about anything really. I don't really mind. Off topic, on topic, subject, school, I'm not too fussed. You know me, I like a good natter. Okay guys, I will leave you there. Have a nice week.